Sorry, not the Kangoo.
Oh, yeah. No, I had a Renault Scenic for a while. That was the worst thing I ever had.
You bought 2 Renaults?
Yeah, because I had such a good experience with the Kangoo.
Okay,
I bought a Grand Scenic.
Fair enough.
And because I have a lot of dogs, and I have to get the dogs around. Right. So, I had this shelf in the Renault Kangoo, and a couple of weeks after grandfather's cremation, I found I had like a little baggie of some of his ashes that I wanted to take home. Right?
God, where's this going?
So, what we had done is that we had taken the majority of the ashes and we put them in an urn and they went into the graveyard or whatever, into the place. And then some of them were scattered in his kind of fucking place called the Clewed Lane in Westmead, which is where he grew up.
Right.
And a couple of people said, listen, just give me like, a tumbler full of his fucking ashes.
I forgot you are like half culty.
Yeah. But it's not, I'm not, it's in me, like. So, I'm like one degree from full cultydom, like from full fucking like hill people, turf apes. So
bog goblins.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. There goes half of fucking Ireland as well. We lost Venezuela, Chile, and now
Wicklow. So I had a bag with my grandfather's ashes in it, and my whole plan was I was going to fucking make a little cool thing at home, little box, and keep my grandfather fucking ashes. I shouldn't be telling this story.
That's weird. Go on.
Right? Because, like I said, he was like my second father. I spent an awful lot of time with him. And when the car broke, when the car broke, I cleared out loads of it. But I remembered after the fact that he had taken the little fucking baggie with my granddad's ashes in it and kind of stuffed them into a little kind of nook so it wouldn't slide around. And I forgot to take them out, and I sent the car to be fucking destroyed. I wrote it off, and I had the whole thing fucking compacted. And I fucking sent my grandfather's ashes off.
So can you imagine for a second, right? Let's just pretend we're spiritual people, and up in heaven, your grandfather is only allowed to visit.
Missing a hand in heaven.
No, it's in a square shape. It got cubed.
Oh, there's just fucking like 3 square inches of
the only missing. Places he's allowed to visit are places where the ashes are scattered. So he gets the first few, he goes, fair play to them.
Yeah,
they did it beside that lane. Yeah. They did it at that beach. Yeah. He's going to turn up to some random junkyard and go, was this the young Cummins doing this?
Stuck in a Renault Kangoo.
In the glove box.
A fucking year 2000 or 1999 or whatever the fuck it was.
Whose idea was this? Which of the member of the family made me have to live this day over and over again?
I sent it off to the fucking demolition derby job. Like,
and was this after the other ashes have been scattered in another place?
Yeah.
So he does live those good, for a whole day, he visits those, and when the very last thing he does before he goes to bed is crawls into a fucking ashtray.
Whatever it's made of now. Exactly. Tinfoil.
Thanks for that. That's how he goes to bed. He's a perfect day. It's like a Groundhog Day. Every day he lives an incredible day of his life. Of his favourite spots. And then
one of the few things in my life I actually regret is what I done to me poor granddad. I love them dearly. Like,
how many ashes? Like a good proportion of them.
Look.
A hand's worth.
Like a handful, like. Now, to be fair, but after they're done, there's not an awful lot left, I can
imagine your family would be absolutely enraged by that.
A couple of cigarettes worth of ash, like, is what you'd be looking at, worth of granddad. Yeah, in the Renault Kangoo.
Right.
Who's your next one?
No, that was my one. Who's your next one?
Oh, was it? Oh, yeah. Okay, my last one. Okay, yeah. Kind of went off topic there for a minute. on brand, but off topic. Okay, this is a very famous one, and there's not really a question.
Gar looks actually shook after telling that story.
I do, yeah.
First time I've seen him remotely emotional. Unless someone fucking hurt a dog or something, he goes out of his mind.
Yeah, don't do that. I saw a fella step in 3 distinctly different lumps of dog shite today while waiting on the bus.
That's my nightmare times 3.
I seen the dog.
I've stepped in that. That's one of my big nightmares. My debilitating nightmares. I would fuck the shoes in the bin.
And this fella walking his dog. Right, this is in Summerhill, right? I think Summerhill should be nuked from orbit, and I live right beside Summerhill, right? One of the few places I think on Earth that should be tactically nuked from orbit, right? It's a terrible, terrible place. I'm sure lots of people who live there love it, but it's not. It's not a nice place. But I was standing waiting on my bus. I found a leap card with a fiver on it. That's why I got the bus.
How did you know?
I've put it on the phone.
Oh, you did? I told you, it's cool, isn't it?
And I'll never use it again. Like, I just used it up.
Well, of course. Why would you? You have to put money onto some stranger's card. Oh, do you don't? You have a leap card?
No, I had a leap card like the day I came out, thinking this is a great idea, and I just never used it again. Right. But I must have thrown money in it. Must have thrown a score at it at some stage. So I'm standing there waiting on the bus, and this fella is dragging this poor little fucking dog up to the post office to collect his fucking scratcher. Right? He's going to collect his dowel, and he's in a mad hurry, and the dog is dying for a shy. So every time the dog stops to unleash the fury, he pulls the dog along with him. So I'm thinking that your man, is like abusing this dog by pulling him along by the neck, and the dog is just letting lumps of shite fly out of him. And B, that he doesn't have a fucking poo bag to pick up the fucking dog shite.
Don't leave the gaff.
I made the shite bags, and I don't even have a dog with me right now. You know what I mean? I pulled 10 of them out of my pockets. No problem. Right? So this fella is dragging this poor dog.
Should be leash. When you take your leash, you take them with him. Isn't there like leashes to have them built
connected to every lead I have at home has a little dispenser.
Yeah.
And I would never, in a million years, let any of my dogs shite in the path. Not in a million years. But your man is running for the post office, which is right beside the bus stop. And he's fucking pulling. And the dog is just unleashing the fucking golden fury behind it, right? Just plop, 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 right? The poor bastard dog can't even have a shite in peace. Right? So your man ties his dog
He doesn't understand the social etiquette.
He doesn't know. The dog just needs a shit. Yeah. It's up to the fucking owner to look after the shite. And this is on a big main road in Summerhill. So your man ties his dog up outside and runs into the post office to get a scratcher. Right? Now, let's be honest. He could be buying stamps, but he wasn't. He was getting his fucking scratcher. Right? No, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. This lad's on the fucking scratch. Right? So,
couldn't even afford poo bags.
I saw coming around the corner 3 big nuggets of shite. And there was a fella with his son, and the son had one of these little shitty kind of 3-wheel scooters, right?
Yeah.
And the young fella, the kid was weaving all over the path, fucking trying to bumping into people, scraping off walls, and the dad was another fucking heading for the post office head, right? And the fucking, the scooter, is little scooter, I'm one of them, it's grand. So the little scooter runs over a big ball of shite. Right? So the dad is giving out to the young fella for running over shite and starts picking up the scooter and scraping. This is in front of me. I should have videoed it. Starts scraping the shite, not on a wall or the path, but on someone's front door.
I'm going to kill him.
Yeah. Starts scraping off this big ball of shite off into someone's front door. And then, as he takes his first step, he stands in a big ball of dog shite.
Good.
And he's like, what the fucking dirty bastard.
Oh, yeah, he's a dirty bastard. Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Takes another 3 or 4 steps towards me while dragging the young fella behind him, lifting up the scooter while shite is on his left foot, right into the last ball of shite before the post office. Bam! There you go. 3 lumps of shite. They weren't even, we're not talking
I was about to feel, you see, obviously because that's my nightmare, I was about to feel sorry for this guy.
No.
But the fact that
fuck everyone involved in the story, including me, for telling you about it. You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
This is a terrible thing to happen.
This is just a bunch of dickheads from start to finish, this story.
Just, all of this could be fixed by just fucking not running for your fucking scratcher and having fucking poo bags with you, you know? Anyway, here's my last one. The Beatles, Norwegian Wood.
And now for something completely different.
Very fucking different.
What is the story with Norwegian Wood? That's a Paul McCartney song.
Yes.
Like, obviously it's a Beatles song, but it's a Paul McCartney Beatles song.
Okay, so, is there a question? Okay. Was Paul McCartney replaced in the Beatles after he died?
This is a huge rumour.
Yeah.
Paul is dead.
Paul is dead. So, there's a thing called the Paul is dead urban legend. Now, I'm only going to give you the fucking skin of it. If you find this in any way interesting, please go off on YouTube this. There's documentaries, there's books written about it, the whole thing. I'm going to tell you right away, no. Paul McCartney was not replaced. Right? No. It's not a thing. So the theory states that on the 9th of November 1966, Paul McCartney died in a car crash.
Right.
And was replaced...
Because that would never make the news.
Yeah, exactly. But the rumour goes that he was replaced by a lookalike called William Campbell. Right?
They've got a name and all for him.
They've got 2 names. William Campbell was the main one.
Percy Trills Trillington.
No, what was the fucking what was the name they used in Sergeant Pepper's?
I don't.
Billy
Shears.
Billy Shears was the other name.
Billy Shears. Yeah. So what would you do if
exactly? So they were the 2 names thrown about.
Actually,
William
what
Campbell.
would they do if he sang out of tune? They repeatedly re-recorded that for Ringo because he did sing it out of tune.
Of course he did.
Go on.
So there was clues everywhere. There was stuff that, you played it backwards and it said fucking Paul is dead. And there was stuff, people start digging for the most...
They will say whatever your brain wants to hear.
Exactly. The shittiest of all clues. Like the cover of Abbey Road. That, everybody else is in step except for Paul. And that there's a couple of famous photo shoots where Paul had his back turned. And all this type of bullshit. Now, it turns out, most of these rumours were invented by one guy. A student called Fred LeBour.
Was he a member of the fan club or some shit?
But he done this years later, right? He done this 69, 68, 69, something like that. And he was writing for a college newspaper. I think this might even have been in Canada.
This was his first fake news clickbait.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So he just come up with this fucking absolute batshit mad theory that, like, he's seen one or two things, like, wouldn't it be mad if, like, this all fit together?
Yeah.
So he wrote a piece saying, like, there's a possibility that Paul McCartney died and they replaced him with the winner of a lookalike competition and they trained him how to sing like Paul McCartney.
Because the lookalike competition that he released to the public wasn't public.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So,
he had a private, public lookalike competition for one of the most
famous people on earth.
Famous people in the world who died publicly in a car crash but didn't.
So apparently what happened was somebody in a radio station read his article and then start talking about it on air, and they just gained traction, and it got out of control.
Can you imagine those fucking... We've a fucking belter for you today, lads. Oh, I'll tell you what now.
So apparently Fred LeBour just kept making it more and more shy. So
Dermot and Brian on the fucking news there, what's the radio show, guys? Those two Irish...
Now, what's really fucked up is that sales of the Beatles' back catalogue went through the fucking roof when this rumour came out. Like, they sold outrageous amounts of Beatles records off the back of the fucking theory that Paul is dead. Now, exactly.
Sorry, it's just so much fun.
This is fucking mad. One of the lyrics that has been kind of misconstrued, right, was a lyric that Lennon sang. And everybody thinks that he says, I buried Paul. I buried Paul. I buried Paul. I buried Paul.
What is the lyric?
Cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce.
I'd more believe cranberry sauce sounds more like a Beatle lyric than I buried Paul.
So whichever way John Lennon sang cranberry sauce, people are like, I buried Paul. That's what they heard. I can't even make it sound like it. I can't.
Hang on, let me try. No, just the syllables alone, the letters.
There's nothing close. Nothing close. It got so bad that Life magazine had to run a cover story to confirm that he was alive.
Did they Snopes it?
No, this is real weird. Apparently they went to where he lived because McCartney had the Beatles had stopped touring. And they said, we're not breaking up, but we're just going to put albums out, but we're done with the big
best decision they ever made.
Yeah. So they found Paul on
because I never saw them live, and I don't get to fucking enjoy their gigs. Exactly. Therefore, I get to enjoy the albums they made when they weren't gigging. Happy fucking days.
So what had happened was that they had all retired from live touring, and they'd kind of taken on the Sgt. Pepper personas.
Yeah.
Right? And Life magazine got in contact with McCartney, saying, listen, like, everything's you're dead. And he said, I don't care. I really don't give a shit what you do. So they organised it with his missus. Can we come out to the gaff and just take some photos and talk to her? Talk to like the two of us. And she was like, oh yeah, of course, yeah. But McCartney was not into it. So apparently what happened was, when Life magazine showed up with a reporter and photographer, McCartney attacked both of them. Right? Grabbed cameras, smashed cameras, fucking went at the lad's bald headed. Like, fucking kill you. Like, leave me alone. I'm fucking sick of this shit. I haven't given an interview in fucking a year or two. I haven't had my photo taken. He apparently looked homeless. Like, he was wearing, like, raggedy clothes, big beard hanging off, and the whole shebang.
Yeah, that's very later day Beatles.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
So, what happened was, they worked out a deal with him, saying, we won't sue you for attacking us if you give us a little mini interview and let us take a nice photo of you, where you look like...
Good move on their part.
So he ran in, had a quick fucking shave or trimmed off some of his beard and just
wiped the blood off his hands.
Yeah, exactly. And they took the photo. They took the photo of him holding his kid, standing with his missus.
Oh, you remember that photo? I think,
saying fucking Paul is alive or whatever.
Paul is alive. Paul is alive.
So, but the rumour for years was Paul McCartney died and was replaced by a lookalike.
That's got to be one of the
in 1966
first actual big music rumours.
There was a book written, I think it was last year or maybe 2018, all about this. And
are rumours in general?
No, rumours about Paul McCartney being replaced.
Right.
And I keep saying to myself, I have to try and dig this out. I have to try and find it. Because it's a fucking... The fact that it had, like, the legs that took it all over the world. Like, it's very hard to talk about Paul McCartney or the Beatles in general without having to refer to the Paul is dead theory.
Yeah.
Because it was so big. Wildfire.
There's so many fucking cool rumours. And even some that, like, I want to start. Like, Enya has laser turrets on her castle.
Yeah.
What else could we start? Let's start.
Let's start some new ones.
A mad rumour right now. After that, these have all been quite batshit.
They're solid ones. They've been doing the rounds for a long, long time.
Yeah, we debunked some of them in some ways. Other ones,
some have been confirmed, some have been debunked. Some will stay rumours probably until the day they die. Especially that Led Zeppelin one.
Until the day they die, and Gar cremates them and puts them in a car that gets.
Yeah, I got €250 for that car as well. So $250 Bob.
Did you pour one out for the old man?
His name was Bob as well. Actually, that's terrible. Oh shit. Anyway,
that's just